I'm Brian.
And I'm Noelle.
And we're from WanderingOn.com. It's a couples adventure travel blog that focuses on adventure travel, couples travel, budget travel, and taking your time and moving slowly.
Yeah, so our travel style is very slow. We like to spend a lot of time in different places and really get to know the culture and the people. So we started off in 2009 when we moved to Korea, although we'd both travel a lot together separately before we traveled together. And I guess we got the travel bug back then. My first trip was around Europe, interrailing with friends, and that's when I really got the travel bug hard.
And then after we spent 2.5 years in South Korea, we decided to head for Nepal, India and Sri Lanka. And we kicked off the travel blog just before we left Korea, the night before we bought the domain. And then we hand wrote the blog while we were trekking in Nepal and finally got it up online as we were moving through.
So we write our blog mainly to inspire others to live a life of travel and show people that it doesn't always have to cost a fortune to travel and anyone can do it if they want.
Yep. So our lifestyle is one of pretty much permanent travel. We're always moving around, we're always on the go. We kind of live a bit of a digital nomadic lifestyle.
So we kicked off 2016 in New Zealand and we were road tripping around there for 3 months. Then we went back home for a bit. We were in the Netherlands, South Korea, Malaysia, and now we're in Australia. So we're coming to you
from Perth.
Perth. It's a lovely spring day here in Oz.
So our last big trip, just before we came to Perth, we flew from Adelaide, where we spent a month house sitting, up to Alice Springs. And then we drove from Alice Springs all the way back through the outback. We saw Uluru, Kings Canyon, Ayers Rock. Yeah, it was absolutely unbelievable. It was epic. And then we drove all the way down over 10 days. So yeah, that was our last trip and it was pretty cool.
So for anyone visiting that area, definitely check out Uluru or Ayers Rock, Kings Canyon, Katachuta.
Yeah, sunset and sunrise at both Katachuta and Uluru. And definitely do the rim walk at Kings Canyon. The place just blew us away. It was absolutely unreal, amazing.
And it's a lot of driving, so be careful to always stock up on petrol and water because it's the desert. So.
And don't forget your sunscreen.
So our next big trip, because as Brian said, we're living a nomadic lifestyle. So we're currently in Australia. So we guess the next big trip will be somewhere around Oz. We have nothing planned yet. Our style is to kind of go with the flow, see what happens.
It's definitely a work in progress. The only thing we know is we'll be home next year for a sister's wedding, and between now and then we'll just fill in the gaps, see what happens. Looking forward to it, huh? So definitely a bit of advice for anybody heading out travelling or going on a holiday is to just always take into consideration the local budget, the local cost of living, and don't spend too much above that if you can help it at all. You might have to haggle in some countries, but it's always worth it, and sometimes it's part of the culture just to do that.
My advice would be to pack light if you can. It's not easy for everybody, but it also makes moving around when you get places so much easier because your bag is lighter. And another good tip is to separate your bag inside. So I always have a special laundry bag for dirty clothes that keeps it separate from your clean stuff. And then I always have little small bags for cosmetics and toiletries and accessories, so you can just find things quicker in your bag.
She has a lot more stuff in her bag though, to be fair. Right, so our top tip for travelling long term would definitely be to travel slowly.
Yeah, definitely.
Take your time, don't stress out about rushing to the next place. If you like a place, hang on. If you don't like it, you can move on the next day. Just take your time and enjoy it.
Well, that's our style anyway.
If it works for us, it'll definitely work for others.
Travelling together as a couple, although it has its challenges, it's usually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You've got someone with you all the time to share everything, and every experience is shared. And
desserts are shared, meals are shared. It's all good stuff. Definitely one of the biggest challenges of travelling full time is missing friends and family back home. You know, there's nothing like being there with them, and you know, we have missed a couple of big occasions over the years. But they're all very understanding and they appreciate what we do, and when we do catch up with them, it's always a good time.
Another challenge is living out of a bag all the time. Sometimes it's just a 50-litre bag. You can only carry maybe 15-20 kilos, so you have to be selective. And if you want to buy something new, you have to say goodbye to something old. So that can be hard, but it's worth it.
Definitely. The biggest reward is definitely being able to experience new things, new places, new cultures, new food. It's all the newness and it's the change, and that's what we love it for. You know, that's why we do it. That's why we like to live this lifestyle. Yeah, like going to the shop in some countries, something so mundane can suddenly be this big adventure. You know, you're out of your comfort zone and you got to adapt and try and understand the way things are in that local place. So yeah, that's one of the biggest rewards, definitely.
You learn so much about the world and yourself, and you see that there's so much more out there than just maybe where you grew up and what you were familiar with. You also go outside your comfort zone, I think, and you test yourself. So it's kind of a good experience for self-growth too.
Definitely, yeah.
So on our travels, I've been pretty lucky. I haven't really needed travel insurance because I'm not so accident prone as some people.
Yeah, I've been kind of a bit more accident prone alright over the years. I suppose one of the times when I was really glad I had travel insurance, we were in Korea and I had a snowboarding accident, and then about a week later I got hit by a car, so that was a pretty hectic couple of days. And yeah, I was glad to have insurance to cover me and cover the costs of everything that happened. But luckily I survived.
What about the time with your ankle?
Oh yeah, there was a time in Thailand I was on holidays with friends in Thailand, and yeah, I jumped off a waterfall and it bust my ankle in the middle of the jungle. So I wish I'd had travel insurance then. It wouldn't have cost me maybe a week spending money to get my leg all fixed up.
And did you not hurt your leg in California too, somewhere?
Oh yeah, I did. I jumped off a rock and then I twisted my ankle there. Yeah, see, I am accident prone.
How many
Too many.
Yeah, so travel insurance is important, especially if you're accident prone like Brian.
Yep.
Or you're doing like more adventurous activities like
Bungee jumping or hiking,
yeah.
scuba diving.
It's important to know that you're safe if something does go wrong, on the off chance. Hopefully it won't, but it's a good peace of mind to know that.
Yeah. Right, well, as far as bucket list destinations go, we kind of want to go everywhere, so it's a pretty long list. But yeah, we really wanted to go to New Zealand, and we had India on the brain and Nepal for a long time.
So check those off.
Yeah, we really wanted to go to Morocco to climb Jebel Toubkal, North Africa's highest mountain, and we managed to tick that one off last year, I think.
Ones that are still on, we definitely want to go to Central and South America.
Central Asia, yeah.
Egypt, I really want to see the pyramids, and Petra in Jordan.
Yeah, I want to see more of the Balkans.
Yeah.
South
Iceland,
America. I'd always wanted to go to Alaska.
Scandinavia.
Yeah, definitely Scandinavia.
It's too many, so we try not to really make a list because
we'll get there eventually. So some of our favourite places we've been, definitely I think top of the list would be India.
Yeah.
It's just so unbelievably diverse there, you know, you've got the Himalayas in the north, you've got the tropical beaches in the south, tiny little villages, big cities, it's chaotic, it's always interesting, the food's amazing, people are amazing.
Colourful.
And it's cheap as chips too, it's so affordable, so yeah, that's definitely one of the top.
Great veggie food as well, and yoga.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, definitely one of the
Nepal
top.
is awesome too, the mountain scenery, I'd never seen anything like that. New Zealand's pretty close with the mountain scenery.
Yeah, it's spectacular, especially on the South Island, it was amazing.
We love Spain as well, just the ease of the lifestyle, everyone sitting out late at night drinking wine and
having coffee and cheese, yeah, that's a nice way to spend a bit of time, isn't it?
Yeah. Really like Bulgaria too. It's too hard for us to pick favourites. We woke up to some pretty epic news this morning. The Blog Awards Ireland 2016 were on last night and we won the best personal travel blog.
Yay!
It's our second year in a row, so
absolutely delighted, over the moon, totally surprised, thrilled.
We really want to thank all our followers who voted for us too.
Yeah, and if you'd like to follow what we're up to over the next couple of months or the next couple of years, you can check out all our social media. We're on Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow us on Snapchat at WanderingOnBlog, and also check out our YouTube channel for weekly videos. So yeah, thanks very much. See ya. Bye from Perth.